Welcome back to Castle Chatter. I'm Katie, and today we're officially stepping outside the castle walls and heading over to Universal. Melissa and Kylie just got back from a VIP tour at Universal, and they'll be talking all the details and little moments that you might not catch if you don't do one. I'll be hanging out as your resident bystander, jumping in with a few opinions based off of things that they're talking about tonight. Quick disclaimer before we dive in, Castle Chatter is not affiliated with Universal Destinations and Experiences. Everything we share is straight from firsthand experience, knowledge, and research. No scripts, just honesty. All right, friend, grab your butterbeer adjacent, buckle up, and let's go. Melissa and Kylie, take it away.
Okay, hi guys. I'm Melissa. If you haven't figured that out by now, our third week doing this.
Week 3.
Woohoo! Kylie and I spent last weekend at Universal. We had the amazing opportunity of doing a private VIP tour, and it was every bit of amazing. We started our day with breakfast, that's included, and then from there we hit the parks and we accomplished a ton. So with the VIP tour, the private ones at least, you do get to kind of tell them what you want to do. If you want to head straight to Hagrid's and ride it 15 times in a row, you can do that. We did not choose to do that. Our group ended up riding it, twice? I set it out because that ride is a little intense, even though it's amazing. With this VIP tour, we were able to skip the lines on every single ride. There's no rules about it. You can go to Velocicoaster and head straight back to Hagrid's, whatever you want to do. It did not include Epic, which is kind of a bummer, but they do their own private VIP tours over there. It's completely separate. The one we went on, we were able to go back and forth between Studios and Islands of Adventure, and it was an awesome day. Kylie, give some thoughts.
Okay, so everyone knows we're like these Disney girlies. So I was really excited for this one because I don't often like pick Universal over Disney if I have the choice. I don't know if I've said it before, but I'm from Arizona, and so World is a like 4.5 hour flight for me, and there's always a delay or a like pit stop in between. So it's like a full day of travel for me, whereas like land, I can be there in an hour. So usually when I hit Florida, I'm immediately like Epcot, Animal Kingdom, like I gotta get over there. But our agency presented us with this opportunity, and immediately me and Melissa both like texted each other and we're like, we have to go on this. Like, this is super important for us. So first of all, shout out to our agency.
Yes.
Super core memory. Like, I will always cherish it. Really fun time. But because of that, I don't get to like ride those rides often. And every time I'm in Florida, it's always like May. And so it's always raining and extremely muggy, which makes for not a fun day sometimes for us. So every single time I have been to Universal in Florida, I have been 6 or 7 times. Every single time I go, it's raining. Raining. And they shut down Hagrid's and they shut down the Velocicoaster. The two best rides in the freaking park. So, always closed. And I'm like, I think I rode Hagrid's one time of the 6 times I've been. Aside from this time. So, like, every time I go in May. One time of the 6 times. And Velocicoaster, never. And I'm like a Jurassic Park junkie. Like, could watch them every day of my life. And I'm just a big dinosaur girly. So, I was so pumped. Like, so pumped. And the fact that, like, there were no rules against how many times you could ride a ride was huge for me. Like, me and Melissa both have also done a Disneyland VIP tour, and that in itself was also amazing, but they both are very different. So, like, Disneyland VIP, you ride something one time and it's time to move on. Like, there is no go again, like, we want to go again. On the VIP tour with Universal, every time we got off, our tour guide was like, we running it again, or like, we moving on, what do you guys want to do? And half the time, everyone was like, let's go again. I think all the major rides, like Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, and the Mummy, we rode twice. And there was even some that were like, can we ride a third? Can we ride a fourth? Like, Hagrid's is huge. Everybody loves that ride. And it's really fun. Like, truly puts you in, like, the movie. I love that ride. So that was huge for me. That was like a big point for me, was being able to like do things more than once, because when you're enjoying yourself and having a great time, like you don't want to be like, oh, I only got to ride that one time. Like it's really cool to be able to ride it multiple times. So I loved that. Velocicoaster was every bit of worth it. Like every bit of it. That was the scariest roller coaster I've ever been on, truly. Besides Summit, like Busch Gardens, those are really scary. But this one was pretty up there. And you know that feeling of when you're like a kid and you ride something for the first time, you have like the butterflies in your stomach? That is how I was, because it has been a really long time since I've ridden a ride for the first time, if that makes sense. Like all the rides in Disney and a majority of the ones in Universal I've ridden multiple times. So this was the first time as an adult, like in a really long time, that I'm like, I've never ridden this before. Like, what's it going to be like? Am I going to freak out? Am I going to scream? Like, oh my gosh. So I loved that feeling. Loved the ride. Really fast, really scary. Like I screamed the whole time, but totally core memory. Like we'll never forget it. So
And y'all, she really was that excited. I promise. The tour guide didn't even get to like get it out of her mouth. Hey, what do you guys want to do? And Kylie's like, Velocicoaster. We have to do Velocicoaster.
Immediately, everyone's like, Hagrid's, and I'm like, I don't care if we go there first, but like we got to make it to the Velocicoaster. Like we got to go. So, the little like water ride was closed this time, which I also truly love that ride. It's really like also kind of feels like you're in the movie. So I was sad about that, but the Velocicoaster was awesome. With the VIP tour, I know a lot of people think like, do you go up the express lane pass? Like, how does that work? So we actually get to go up like the exit or secret passages is what I would say, because sometimes it's not even the exit. It's like the guide knows where a side door is and they take you through it, and then all of a sudden you're right at the line and you're getting on.
Yeah.
So that I think is one of the top selling reasons why people would book this. It is expensive. Like we can't even go over pricing with you guys because it's different every day of the year. Like if it's a peak day, it could be double what it is on a non-peak day. So like there's no reason for us to talk about the prices with you, but they are expensive. So to be able to not wait and go in a side door, go up an exit, and literally have waited maybe 30 to 60 seconds, huge.
Yeah.
And some of those lines were like 90 minutes, right? Like,
Yeah.
weren't they pretty long?
And that's a big difference with Disney. With Disney, you're going to go through the Lightning Lane line for most of the rides. If they offer Lightning Lane, that's the line you're going to go to. So you could still have to wait. Whereas with Universal, they're like, nope, you get to skip those people too, and you go straight to the very front. So that's a big, big thing to me.
And I think that's like a huge point for like families, to be honest, because I know my 7-year-old and 4-year-old and 1-year-old, even though the 1-year-old can't get on some of those major rides, I know they are not waiting 2 hours for something. Like, not happening. And Express Pass is a little bit expensive, and even when you get that, you're still waiting. So to be able to just get right on, huge. Like, huge sell factor for me. I was like, okay, this was the best day of my life. Like, we got on everything. Like, I mean, everything that wasn't closed and everything that we wanted to ride, we got on. And it was a full day. Like, the tour started at 9:30 and ended at 5:30. And the guide really makes it all about you. So Universal also does like a group tour where you can be partnered with other families and it's not private to just you guys. And that is led by the guide. So you don't really get to make a choice on where you go, how many times, what you do. It's like, we go to a ride, one and done, move to the next, this is the walkway we're taking. Like, it's fully in their hands.
It is significantly cheaper though, and it is a good way to get like a mini dose of what a VIP tour is like. It's still VIP, it's just not quite as on your level and your time as the other one is.
And it's definitely a step above just having an express pass.
Absolutely.
Because you're still getting a quicker entrance onto a ride. You're still getting, a breakfast. You're still getting a guide taking you through all the behind the scenes and getting you to things faster. So it would be like express pass, group, VIP, private. Okay, so that was huge. I also feel like having that it includes like parking, your valet parking is included. You get a buffet breakfast, you get a buffet lunch, and they provide you a voucher for dinner, which can be used in the parks or at City Walk. So you're basically getting your meals paid for the day.
Yeah.
That's a big deal to me for like my family. And again, like the waiting with my kids, like I just think all of those things added up would make
Oh,
it for
and
like I
photo
could
pass.
see.
All of the photos are
Yeah,
included.
and your photo pass all included. So I could see how that would be really appealing to like families. That's what I kept thinking about when we were there, was like, yeah, this would work. This would work for my family. Like this would work for my kids. This would be great. So that was really awesome. The rides are really awesome. You also get preferred seating at any shows you want to go to. So really, really cool experience. We'll add some clips at the end of some stuff we took in the parks, but really cool. We got to bounce back and forth as much as we wanted. The Hogwarts train that takes you in between Islands of Adventure and Studios is normally like an hour plus wait. Like that place is usually packed, and we got right on the train.
Right on.
So just really huge, like things that probably we would have only got about a quarter to half of what we got done on a normal day. And we got on everything 2 to 3 times. Like super cool. So loved that. With the VIP tour, you also get an express pass
Yes.
to end your day. So that is also like, they just really pile on all the perks. So your VIP tour ends at 5:30 and they give you an express pass for the rest of the day. So if you and your family want to continue to ride rides or go to any rides that you were like, I should roll that again, you get an express pass. You get to ride at the express lane. You don't have to wait in the standby lane. So I think that's also huge because those are a couple $100 a person.
Yeah, and
So
it's the unlimited
that's
express,
awesome.
so you can do rides multiple times in a row, even in those after hours. The day that we did the tour, unfortunately, the park closed at 6, so we didn't get much time with that. But a lot of days when it's open till 10, you would get a lot of rides in with just that express pass alone.
A couple of our agents actually ran through the park with their express pass and got on Hagrid's one more time, but they were trekking, like running to get to use it. So definitely that was huge. With that, they also gave us, this is not included in the VIP tour, but our agency got us an extra 2 days of tickets with that. So me and Melissa actually also got to go on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we decided to use our pass to go to Volcano Bay, which was so relaxing. Like everything I needed after walking 22,000 steps on Friday.
Yeah, it was a lot of walking.
We walked. So Volcano Bay, so good. Food, so good. The water slides, so good. I just have to brag for one sec, just like a quick sec. I'm extremely fearful of heights. Everybody in my life knows, like, I don't even climb up a ladder. Like, I am so scared. And one of our other agents, Leanna, she was like, let's go on the slide that is in the mountain that the floor falls out from under your feet and you do a straight drop down the volcano. Like, I'm talking, you have to walk, there was a sign, you have to walk 268 steps to get to the top. I think it's like 268, something like that. So your legs are on fire while you're walking. Then you get to the top and you're about to climb in this tube where the floor is going to fall out from under you and you're literally going to free fall down a volcano. I'm on the verge of tears. This girl in front of me is crying and I'm like, I'm right there with you. Like, I can't do this. And I get to the top. I'm like trying to act like all brave because Leanne is there and she's like a thrill seeker. So she's like, whatever. She gets in. She goes, want me to go first? I'm like, yeah, you go first. So she gets in, doesn't even scream. Floor falls out from under her. She shoots down. I'm like, okay. I'm like having an anxiety attack at this point. I asked the guy, I'm like, is the only way down through the water slide or the steps that I just hiked up? And he goes, yep. And I'm like, okay, like, Kylie, you have pushed children out. You have done things in your life that are like nothing compared to this. Like, just do it. I did it, y'all. But I screamed the whole way down. But I did it, and it was crazy, but it was really fun, but really scary. And I'll never do it again. Like, cool, but
that was the first thing I asked her. I was like, you gonna go again? She was like, no, I'm done. That was it.
One and done. Like, mark it off the bucket list. Good job, Kylie. Like, you conquered a fear.
And our other agent's like, yeah, let's go. Right back up the stairs.
Out of curiosity,
so that was scary.
How was the Volcano Bay without the Tapu Tapu bands? Like in the virtual
I was
lines?
kind of sad about that because, like, that kind of helped you get on them fast. But,
yeah,
like, I think a little key point, I don't even want to say this because I feel like people are going to, like, ruin it for us. But, like, winter is the time to go. That park was dead.
There
like,
was
we
no
got on
there.
everything. Yeah.
So it's probably
on
different
everything
in the
within, like,
summer.
2
I feel like
minutes.
it could be a problem in the summer, but in the middle of January, no, it was fabulous.
No, it is in the winter or in the summer. I took my kids when they were like 4 and 1 in May, when I'm always there. And I'm pretty sure one of those water slides got up to like a 75-minute wait. And I was like, for a water slide? Like, this is crazy. But they do have like a lot of stuff that I feel like you can do in between when you did have those tapu bands or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the big wave pool, that's not a wait. Like anybody can get in that. You can order you can do a cabana where get private people will come take your order. You don't have to go wait in lines or anything. You can get a shade, all that stuff. So I feel like there's ways around the wait times, but I do feel like that's probably a game changer for summer, is that like you're standing in a line to ride that water slide. You're not
In the
gonna have a
heat.
band. Yeah.
Florida heat
So if
is
you want
not
to go
forgiving.
winter is the time to be. So we did that on Saturday. We also snuck ourselves into a little Epcot moment, so that was nice. I got to ride Remy's, my favorite.
It's just wrong to go and not visit Disney. At least a little bit.
How could you not? We only went for the evening, like
Yeah.
4 to 9 when it closed or whatever, but still loved it.
I had
I
a
loved every
Viking
bit of
coffee
it.
for the first time, and it was fabulous.
Good.
That was
was
truthfully the
exciting.
only thing that got us through the night,
Yeah.
actually.
We were pretty dead by
That's
that
how we were
point.
able to stay there. Yeah. My gosh. So we did that. And then Sunday, our last day of tickets, was also our departure day. Me and Melissa had to be at the airport by like 3. So we spent the morning getting content, and we met tons of characters. We met Puss in Boots, King Julian from Madagascar. We met Shrek and
Yes.
FaceTimed our kids with him, who, like, her son and my son are obsessed, and they
It
both
was
were like,
so stinking cute.
oh my gosh, Shrek. So we did that. We met Gabby from Gabby's Dollhouse. We met SpongeBob and Patrick. We met the guy from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Am I missing anybody?
Oh, yeah. The Grinch and the Lorax
Grinch, Larks, and Sam I Am,
and that other guy.
and the Thing 1 and Thing 2. And then we also met Dora the Explorer. So
Yeah.
lots of like character
Oh.
meets. I feel like people don't know that like Disney isn't the only one that does that. Universal has a lot of characters actually out, and they all have designated areas. So like
Yeah.
you just hit them all up. It
That
was
whole
dead, too, so
DreamWorks area is fantastic.
So
though.
stinking cute.
Oh my gosh, we loved that. We saw the little show where they bring out like all the characters.
And it's so
That
good.
was the cutest thing. My kids would have loved that. So we spent Sunday doing all of that and getting some content for you guys and for our pages. So all around, I feel like really good trip, bestie trip, core memories made. I think a VIP tour, if you can afford it, we totally get that. But if you can swing it, totally would do it again. Totally worth it.
Absolutely.
Worth every penny. You go to Universal often, Katie, or not really?
Oh, I do. I have an annual pass.
Yeah, I thought you said that you had an annual pass
Yeah.
there, so.
Yeah, usually my uncle and I plan to go down a couple times a year. I try to coordinate it, like, if I'm taking my kids down to my mom's because she lives in South Florida. I'll be like, hey, come meet me in Orlando. Like, let's take a pit stop. So, yeah, not a whole lot, but enough to make it worth it.
Are you a Harry Potter girly or Jurassic or DreamWorks? What is your vibe?
Prefer Harry Potter, but Jurassic Park comes close second.
What's your house, man?
Gryffindor.
Hey!
Okay, girl, me too, me too.
Me
Can we
too.
talk about how my daughter is a total Slytherin, though?
Oh no. That's
it's bad.
crazy. I don't think my kids are old enough to have taken that quiz
Mine
yet,
aren't
but
either.
when I do, if that is what they are,
Yeah,
be a
she got
problem.
Slytherin, and then my son got a Hufflepuff, and that is so
Aw.
accurate.
so on par for them.
So in a couple of weeks, I'll be heading down to Orlando for my Disney cruise, and hopefully, if I have time, I can sneak in a little sneaky sneak at Epic Universe. Yeah.
Ooh.
So lots of great things about Epic, and we'll talk about all of that in 2 weeks. Lots
you a
of good
whole
content we
episode.
can share with you guys too.
Mhm. I feel like Epic deserves its own episode. Like, that's a huge thing.
For
Really
sure.
does.
I have literally sent like 4 families there, including one of which my own parents, and I still have yet to go.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
a
haven't
problem.
gone yet. Every time someone
No.
brings it up, like being such a Harry Potter nerd, they're like, "Why have you not gone?" And I'm like, because they're still like working out some kinks, and I just want it to be perfect when I go. Like it needs to be
Yeah.
everything.
Well, I definitely got blessed because my agency was like, hey, we need a few of you to go. Here's these free tickets before it even opens up to the public.
Same.
And I'm like, yes, please. And I had literally, from the time I was offered the email to the time I had like picked a date, I had like 4 days to pack, get in the car, and go.
Oh
Yeah,
my
because
god.
I picked the earliest date, but it benefited me because all of the other agents that went, it everything was down, nothing was working, and they're like, this like was not the experience we expected. And I got on everything multiple times, and they're like, you're the only one that got to actually enjoy it.
I know.
Melissa
I
got to
think I
go
was
too
there
from
like
our agency.
the week after you, and I didn't get to do
Mhm.
Ministry of Magic because it was down the entire time. So,
Oh no, those virtual
Girl,
queues were hard to get.
oh my God, I
we
know.
were we were headed back to our hotel from Universal this weekend, and a family was on our shuttle and proceeded to tell us that they waited 300 minutes to get on Ministry of Magic.
And that's
Okay,
last
it's
weekend.
great, but not a 300-minute wait.
And she had twin boys, and they were like 8 or 9, and I'm like, you two waited in a line for 300 minutes, and they were like, barely.
My kids would never.
Mm-mm.
Never.
Nope.
I
I
could
wouldn't even
never.
attempt
Right?
that.
I would
I wouldn't
yank
even
them out of that
attempt
line
that.
so fast.
Like I see, like I go into hat grids, and I'm like, 85
Hmm.
minutes. Nope, sorry. See you later.
Dude, anything over 60, and I'm like, that's just a nightmare. That's going to overstimulate me and stress me out. So we're going to move on.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I don't know any rides
Yep.
that are worth that.
Nope.
We'll have to we'll do our episode in 2 weeks for Epic, and you guys will have to share some clips and stuff that you guys got to take while you were there. I'm so jealous.
Yes.
I got
And we can
content.
hash out how Stardust Racers is better than Velocicoaster.
Watch your mouth.
Dude, that's a hot take.
That is a hot take, and will die on that hill.
Yo, I would rather have a raptor in my backyard than a mushroom that makes you grow and glow. Like, come on, let's be real. Oh, I was saying that to our agency owner. She came with us on the VIP tour, and I'm like, I know you guys probably all think I'm crazy, but like, I would 100% be that test dummy that if they ever came out and said like you could have a dinosaur, I would sign up. Like, I would have one. I would totally have a dinosaur.
Your
Oh
kids would
yeah,
love
Not saying
you.
I would.
but your face when Blue screamed in the thing.
Oh my god, I never met Blue before, so they did that video where you like encounter the thing, and I was not expecting what was gonna happen. And I
No, it
turned
was
around,
funny.
that thing was in my face, and like I was like like the video that someone has a picture and they were all clowning on me. They're like, look at your face. I'm like, well, did you have a raptor in your face? Because yeah, I'm pretty sure it was only me. Ridiculous, but great time.
Yes,
Actually,
Yes.
we got
was
to meet Blue. I
fabulous.
forgot that was core memory. Also,
we did, and
maybe.
we skipped
I
that
wouldn't own-
entire line.
I wouldn't own a raptor. I would have like a long neck, like a nice little dinosaur, but not like a scary one. But I would still own one. But yeah, we did get to skip the line for that, and that line was actually really
It was
long.
so long. We walked right through the exit, so it was great.
I'm pretty sure everybody in the park was in line for that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So book the VIP tour if you want to skip the lines,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and if you need help booking the VIP tour, you know where to go. We're here to help.
Yes.
Okay. So we have not forgotten about our giveaway. We promise we will be announcing it in just a few minutes. We're going to put a little clip in announcing the winner at the end of this video. So get excited.
Yay.
Win yourself a little lounge fly. And it's a really cute one, and it's on par for Castle Chatta.
All right, thanks for tuning in today and hearing some amazing things about Universal's VIP tours and whether they're worth it or not. We hope you guys join us in 2 weeks on the 30th to hear everything about Epic Universe.
And that's a wrap.